I got tagged for the first time ever in another BookTuber's video. So it was for the BookTube Numbers Tag, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So hi, my name's Talia. I am the Bandana Book Mom, and today we are doing the BookTube Numbers Tag. This tag was originally made by Jim at Jim's Books, Reading, and Stuff, and I was tagged by Jillian at Novel Opinions. Thank you so much for the tag, Jillian. That completely made my day, and I'm really looking forward to answering these questions. So, question number 1. What was your first video on YouTube? My first video actually wasn't the BookTube newbie tag, because when I posted my first video, I didn't know that that existed. I didn't know until like 4 or 5 videos in. So my first video is called New Booktuber Bandana Book Mom's First Video was my first video. Yeah, go check it out. It's pretty awkward. Number 2, how many books are you currently reading? So technically 4. I'm reading Agatha Christie and Then There Were None. This is such a good book. I'm not going to talk about it a lot here, but my next recent read video, I will review this and tell you what I think. I'm also reading The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I'm half reading this, half doing audiobook on this one. I'm also reading The Unhurried Homeschooler by Durenda Wilson, a simple, mercifully short book on homeschooling. I'm planning to homeschool my daughter in September, and I'm starting to panic a little, so I thought I'd add a homeschooling book to my reads for right now to get me focused on that. So also, this technically doesn't count as one of my books because I'm just reading it with my littles, but 26 Fairmont Avenue by Tommy D. Paula. This is laugh out loud funny for a children's book. I am cracking up reading it, and I figured I'd just include it because it has a number in the title, and that's one of the questions that comes later on. Question number 3, what were the top 3 books that you read last year? This is the only one that I actually have with me right now. When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. This was really good. I also read Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson and The Light in Hidden Places by Sharon Cameron. So it was interesting when I was looking back at my favorite books for last year, they were all nonfiction. And I feel like I tend to read more fiction than nonfiction, but all of my favorites last year were nonfiction all the way. I read some great nonfiction books last year. Question number 4, how many books did you read last year? I don't know for sure because I wasn't keeping track on a Goodreads account at that point in time. I think about 10, like 10 to 15. I was not reading a lot last year. That's part of the goal for this channel, is to get me reading more. So yeah, I think I've already surpassed that for this year, and my goal is much higher. How many books have you rated as 5 stars this year? I have rated 3 as 5 stars. The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes was 5-star. Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston was 5-star. And The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, where is it? It's all the way down here. The Diving Bell and the Butterfly by Jean-Dominique Bauby. This book was written entirely by him blinking one eye. He was this editor in France for, I think it was Elle or Vogue, or one of those fashion magazines, and he ended up being in a coma and having locked-in syndrome, and he was only able to blink one of his eyes, and he wrote this memoir. So I would not say this is like the best book I've ever read, but any book you read that you write by blinking only one eye deserves a 5-star for sure. Very good, very interesting to see just his life after losing complete mobility. I don't think you get to see that written down very often. So that was a 5-star as well for this year. Number 6, do you have a reading target for this year? Yes. And are you on track? Yes. And I actually have already updated it once because I was reading at a much faster rate than I originally intended to. So thank you, BookTube, for that. Number 7, how many pages are in the books that you are currently reading? So the Agatha Christie book has 300. The City of Brass has 532. Homeschool, the mercifully short book on homeschooling, only has 62. And 26 Fairmont Avenue has 52. Question number 8, how long are your videos? They are between 6 and 10 minutes long. That is long enough for me to be very exhausted. I'll be amazed if I can ever talk for longer than that, but that's what we're at this point. 9, do you have a favorite number? Yes, my favorite number is 22 and 7. I have been a Hansen fan since 1997, and Zach Hansen's birthday is October 22nd. So I don't know, 22 just has always kind of been my favorite number, and it's always kind of come into play throughout my life, whether it's like sports athletes with that number or just random things happening on the 22nd of the month. Like, it's just always been a good number for me. Number 10, do you have a book on your shelves with a number on the cover or in the title? Yes. So I already showed you 26 Fairmont Avenue, and this is technically a library book, so it's a stretch, and it's a children's book, but I'm counting it. And then I also have 1+1 by Joe Moyes. So that definitely counts. So that's it for my BookTube Numbers Tag. Thank you for watching. I am tagging Deanna over at Deanna's Corner. She is a new booktuber as well, and she is a delight to watch. So please go ahead and check her out. I hope you are doing well wherever you are. Read some good books, and if you are having a bad hair day, just wear a bandana. Bye.